Namaste, I JV'n, Dr. Y. Chandrakala, Assistant Professor, JVWU, Women's University, Jaipur. In today's session, we are going to discuss about course outcomes of pedagogy of biological science. So when we talk about the course outcome of pedagogy of biological science, when we say pedagogy, that means here the pedagogy word that indicates the art of teaching. The art of teaching, when we say art of teaching of biological science, the word here we are using the biological science. Okay. So when we are discussing about the pedagogy of biological science, we have to see how here we are preparing a student teacher, how they will teach in a real classroom situations and how they prepare themselves for effective teaching and learning process. When we say here they will learn after once the course is completed, the student will able to understand the different teaching strategies as well as the content knowledge and how they can correlate this teaching knowledge at the same time with that of the content knowledge to the effectiveness for their professional growth. So once the course is completed, the outcomes will be the student will able to understand the biological concept, different biological concept they will be able to understand. So once they will understand the biological concept, they can able to demonstrate in depth and understand the essentiality of that particular biological concept with related to different functioning. For example, they are having a good command or different biological concepts such as cellular respiration, cellular ecology, population, community, climate change. So all those concepts they are able to understand this particular biological concept. At the same time, they are able to apply this in a real time situations, fostering the deeper knowledge of the biological science in the classroom situations where the students will able to understand it. Okay, so definitely here we are going for the pedagogical knowledge and theories. Once the course is completed, they understand the pedagogical knowledge and theories which can be imparted here. Okay, so the student will able to analyze and apply various pedagogical theories. When we say different pedagogical theories, here they can see how to analyze and apply the pedagogical theories in relevant teaching biological concepts. Okay, so here they can explore, they found the constructivism, behaviorism at the same time of the social learning concepts. Okay, so here they can able to understand the pedagogical method and how effectively they can implement on a classroom situation for their students. Coming to the curriculum development, once the course is completed, the students will able to understand and design and evaluate the curriculum. They can able to design the curriculum at the same time and evaluate the curriculum. Okay, so it is very easy for them here to design a curriculum according to the requirement of the students in particular class. How much content has to be developed, how much material they have to be given for promoting the biological understanding of that particular concept, depending on the pictorial, it may be a mass media, they are using video clippings or live experience they can add on here. Okay, creating lesson plans and incorporating their learning objectives. So how they can incorporate the different learning objective inside a classroom situations, depending upon different methodologies they can use in a teaching methods. Okay, then come your assessment of the strategies we can use. When we say the assessment strategies, the student will impart effective assessment strategies in biological science. Okay, for example, we can use the formative assessment. When we say formative assessment here, it is a continuous assessment in a classroom situations. Okay, so in a classroom situations is when a student they are getting a number of students where they can assess the learning potential of a students depending upon the different criteria. That is, there may be a slow learner, there may be a average learner, there may be a above average learner. Okay, so differentiating between the learning level or learning ability of a student also we can understand through the formative assessment in a classroom situation, in a continuous assessment depending upon the previous class knowledge, and asking questions, providing quiz, uh, through observation method we can also use it, and at the same time go with the summative assessment where you are giving a standard projective test. Okay, so that can also be done. So this impart a different level of strategies where once the course is completed, the student will able to understand the assessment strategies. So forming that how the result is reflecting how the instructional practices or the improvement of a student learning is being done. Okay, so coming to the next, then integration of knowledge on technology. So once the course is completed, the student will effectively integrate the technology into biological science teaching. So student able to implement the technologies here. Okay, so different technological tools they can use for imparting the knowledge. For example, digital tools like stimulation, virtual labs, online database they can use for imparting the knowledge. When we say the guy giving us interactive stimulus where the students can use a lab on hand-on trainings where they can impart their knowledge in student depending upon the different type of students, they can go for lab experiments. At the same time, the virtual labs, that means the online data base to enrich the learning experience. Okay, then it employs the learning management or the source of the disturbance or discussions we can say. Then stay updated with the technology or advancement of the knowledge here. Okay, then comes your laboratory skills. When we talk about the laboratory skills, once the course is completed, student acquire the essential laboratory skill and comprehensive safety methods. Okay, so both can be used in a biological investigations. Then your details comes with the conduct experiment. When we say conduct experiment, then it's the reinforcement of the theories and hand-on trainings. So the student teacher knows that how to deal with the student, how to impart knowledge, at the same time how to deal up safety measures inside the laboratory conditions while performing the experiment, analyzing the critical results of that particular experiment, where and how much to made, where to stop, and what are those aspects has to be taken. Critical thinking and problem solving skills will be developed within the students, where the student teacher will able to understand the how to go for an inquiry method for getting the information or developing problem solving skills within a students. Okay, so once for example creating problem of learning scenarios or social issues are there, climate change are there, health issues are there which are in their locality, which can be sorted out, and how it is sorting we have to sort out in a nearby situations how to do. So they are able to connect with the, so here they are able to connect with the real time world. So that will be the correlation with that how this biology they will able to relate with the real world scenarios. So they learn at the same times we can go for the diverse learning environment will be created. So student impart the strategies and accommodate the diverse learning ability. Okay, so here once the course is completed, the student will able to engage actively in a biological science work related to their community, their society, and their nation as a whole. Okay, so they will be able to integrate the diverse background of the students will be connected, and they can the students will able to understand that concept in a easy way. Effective communications, where the student proficiency and communicating the complex biological complex will be done. Okay, so through the terminology or easy splitting of the appropriate terminology can be used to explain the diverse audience. Okay, So here with the help of the videos, animations can be used, so where the knowledge of the student can be enhanced with using a teaching aid. Okay, so here the student impart a communicative feedbacks where student understands it in a very well manner. Continuous professional development, student engage a effective practical outgoing professional growth will be developed. Once they are able to complete this, they will understand the professional goals and how to develop the teaching in biological science. For example, participating workshop, conference, peer collaborations, and best sharing of the biological knowledge into the society part. Then ethical issues or ethical consideration. So ethical issues and ethical consideration, if we say, the student will able to articulate and the ethical issues related to the biological science. Okay, for example, related to the biotechnological topics concerning relating to that of the medical ethics or ethical issues which are being in a advanced in a society. Okay, that will be promoting the scientific literacy of the lives and environment they will be able to impact. Okay, then comes to the community engagement. When it comes to the community engagement, once the course is completed, student will able to go for a biological science to the real world issues, that means relating to the community development. So how this knowledge will be imparted on a community based development program. Okay, so once this is completed, they will able to go for a community based work. Okay, then it goes with the relating to the ethical things which is involving the students related to the local biology related projects or as a conservation. So once this course is completed, the student able to connect with their local community, how to conserve the community, how to go for the biological issues to be conserved, how to control the climate change, how to control the pollution concept, what is the things which are being around in a population thing, why biodiversity is reducing. So many concepts they will be able to analyze in a real time situations. So once this course is completed, the student teacher here will able to understand themselves how to connect with the student, how to relate with the student, and how to make them understand the basic concept of biological science. Okay, so that is the major things which helps them to understand the theoretical knowledge of biology, their teaching strategy, and how this all total will help the growth of a student in all together. Namaste.